Hi, I'm Brad Buckner and SharpensBEST.com. I'm going to show you today how to sharpen some kitchen knives. You know, you see me hacking, trees, things like that, my big butcher knives, my old hickory knives, cutting paper, doing a lot of stuff. Today I'm going to show you how to sharpen some kitchen knives, and I'm going to show you how to use one of my favorite tools called WorkSharp. It's just been a fantastic tool. They're about $80. You can buy them online. You go to worksharp.com, look them up, put a credit card down. Next thing you know, something magic happens. They come to the door and there they are. This little sander is really cool because you can get 2 or 3 different grits. You can do a fine, a medium, and a coarse on the little blades. They're about, the belt is about 6 inches long, goes over a couple little wheels, goes over this one, and you pull the trigger and there she goes. So let's take a look right now and see what we got for knives. And this one right here probably would be the candidate that we're going to use right now. And quite frankly, it really isn't all that sharp. So we're going to touch it up first like I would for restaurant knives, kitchen knives, things like that. I use the Handy Sharp if I have nothing else, but quite frankly when I have this, I use it. What we're going to do is we're just going to take it and draw it across the sander like this, across the belt, and then turn it over and do the same thing. So let's turn it on. And then do the same thing to the other side. You really have to be careful and not draw the point sideways across it, because what will happen is you're going to lose your point and you'll just round it. May not be real important, but if the point on your knife is important, don't let it slide sideways and draw it like that. You actually have to come in and pull it right straight off, out. Okay, now we're going to take the wire edge off the blade. This is really cool. It's called a poker chip size. The round one, the poker chip size, goes on my keys, goes everywhere I go. When I fly, I just take it out, I put it in the change drawer. I don't say anything, they don't say anything. If they ever say, well, can that cut you? Take your thumb like this, take the sharp corner like that, and do this to your thumb. No, it won't cut you. But why won't it cut you? It's real simple. Those are really sharp corners, but your skin is too flexible. It's too soft, too flexible, and now if you got right up on the knuckle, it probably cut you, but no, on your skin it won't. So we take it and we set it on like this, not at 90 degrees, but at a 45 degrees, and then we have a bevel on the blade like this, so we match it, turn it 45 degrees roughly, and slide it down the blade. And all we got to do is just take it like this. You do not press very hard. You make a little dimple in your finger about like that. That's enough pressure. I'm saying maybe 3 ounces of pressure like that. I hang on to the keys basically with my ring finger and my little finger, and then I actually just kind of push the sharpener away, and I'm not really hanging on to the sharpener. So we take it like this, we brush it down. I'll slow down so you can see what's happening. Just like that. We tip it right on up, and we slide it right down the blade like this. Now I'm going to show you in real time what it looks like. You can go all the way out. I prefer about 3-inch strokes like that. And you can move out, you can come back this way, turn it over, slide it all the way out, then really light, take that little tiny wire edge off the blade, you just flip the knife back and forth, back and forth. Now we're going to find a piece of paper, which I should have done. I'll do it on the next one that I sharpened. I'll show you before and after. Now, by the way, when I did this earlier, I would never now, because see how that won't slide? You actually have to push it sideways. And if you can see the white, that's my fingernail. That's sharp. And we'll find a piece of paper here in a minute, and we'll sharpen. We'll check this one and also the other ones. Okay, we found some paper here. Sorry that we had to kind of change gears just a little bit to go find it. This is actually pretty thick. It's a cover sheet off of a book of papers, and so it's actually pretty stiff. I don't know the poundage on it, the weight, but anyway, it's pretty stiff. This knife that I just sharpened cuts like this now. The blade isn't real thin, so it's not going to cut like a razor blade. You see a lot of knives on TV, they show you. If you could actually look at the cutting edge of some of those knives, they're probably maybe only 3 or 4 thousandths of an inch thick. They're as thin or thinner than a razor blade. And so that's just a little bit cheating. This is a good heavy knife. It's a good kitchen knife. This knife is not real flimsy. It's pretty thick. So if you can get a knife like that to cut like this, that's not bad. So let's sharpen another knife now, and I'll do a before and after. Let's take this one. Okay, so let's look and see. Okay, you have to literally saw that one, and it tears the paper and it bends it over. So let's fix it now. Just like this. Be careful not to drag the point across the belt. Keep it 90 degrees to the belt, roughly, and turn it over. Do the same thing on this side. Hi buddy, how you doing? Yeah, you want to see how to sharpen a knife? He says, well, I've never seen that before. Now we take my sharpener that I almost lost. Now you got to do is take it like this, brush it down the blade. Don't push too hard, let it work, don't make it work. Again, I'm just using the corners. There's a 90-degree corner right there, 90-degree corner right there. Touch it to the blade like this. Slide it on the blade. We already did most of the sharpening with the belt sander, so right now I'm just taking the wire edge off the blade, cleaning it up, make sure there's no little burrs. Okay, that should be good enough there. Now let's check and see what we got here. Whoa, what a difference. That's sharp. Clear off to the tip. We got one more in here. And actually, let's do it before and after. Not too bad, but you have to pull on it kind of soft. This time, I'm just going to use the handy sharp knife sharpener. It's a poker chip size. And right here, right in front of you, we're just going to brush the blade like that from the handle towards the tip. I'll slow down so you can see it like this. Turn it over, don't push too hard, 2 or 3 ounces of pressure. Using just the sharp corner, it would look like this on your side. Sharp corner of the sharpener on the cutting edge of the blade. Just duplicate the angle or bevel, the degree that's on the knife. Come right on down through here like that. Don't push too hard. You can see that you can't, if you put more than about 4 ounces of pressure on it, it won't even slide. Come right back in here where the rounded part is, over the radius and off the tip. You can actually set it down here and work on just the tip with a little bit more pressure like that. Turn it over and do the same thing on this side, right out here to the tip. And then we're just going to brush light, take that little wire edge off the blade. And literally, if you had to stay here for a little while working on it, you would work on it just like this. You don't press very hard. I call let it work, don't make it work. Actually, I sort of say pestering it. You pester the knife for a while, it'll get sharp. So let's see what we have now. Oh, what a pleasure. Any knife, any blade, you can see there's some little nicks in that blade. And I'm going to show you how to take those nicks out. See how it grabs? Okay, watch this. We take the little nicks out, gentle, don't push too hard. Work sharp, find them on the internet. Now we're going to touch up the little wire edge. I'll slow down, just like that. And then touch real light, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, about 6 passes. If you just do 6 on one side, 6 on the other side, the only thing you did is you chased the wire edge to the other side of the blade. It doesn't make any difference how many times you do it on each side. What makes a difference is that you touch it on this side, flip it over, flip it over, flip it over, flip it over, flip it over. About 6 passes on each side cuts the wire edge completely off the blade. So let's look and see what we got now. Plenty sharp, and you notice how smooth it is. That means all the little nicks are gone. Right out to the tip. And that's how you fix blades. You know, you can go to Goodwill. There's many places that you can buy knives. You can buy knives just like this. That's a nice knife, and part of the reason I say it's a nice knife, it's weighted in the handle so it stays there. You can buy these knives for 50 cents, $1, $1.50, $2 at the Goodwill. Why? Because they're dull and people get rid of them. A lot of people aren't very good at sharpening. So I'm going to teach you how to sharpen your knives, keep your knives, unless you just want to buy some new ones. Go over to the Goodwill, look for them at the garage sales, things like that. Take them home, clean them up, sharpen them, and use them. SharpensBEST.com. Find us on the YouTube channel. Find us on our YouTube channel, SharpensBEST.com. I'm Brad Buckner for SharpensBEST.com. Have a good day. Take care. Hi, this is Brad with SharpensBEST.com. You know, I show you a lot of videos on how to sharpen a lot of different things. This particular knife has kind of a large serrated edge to it. It has a little bit deeper hole and a point that sticks up a ways versus one like this. This one's a lot tighter, smaller, it's more like a steak knife, things like that. So I'm going to show you how to sharpen both of them today. And if you have, let's say all you have is your little keychain sharpener, and I call that the poker chip. It's called poker chip for a reason. Yeah, it's about the size, it's actually smaller than a poker chip, goes everywhere with you. What we're going to do on this one today is you make a pivot out of your thumbs. Put your right thumb under your left thumb, go 90 degrees to the blade. See, that would be parallel to the blade. That would be about 45. If you're at 90 degrees to the blade, now you can just follow the contour right down through like this. Set it down, slide, pick it up, set it down, slide, pick it up, set it down, slide. And I'm just going to go right down through there sideways because I don't pick it up very far. It kind of looks like I'm just going back and forth. I'm not. I pick it up, move back, set it down, slide forwards, pick it up, move it back, set it down, slide forwards. And you'll go all the way out through like this, right on out. And the first time you sharpen a knife like this is probably going to take somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 or 6 minutes. If you can go to the Salvation Army, that's probably about a $20 knife, okay? If you can go there and pay $1 for this knife and the only thing's wrong with it is it's dull, if you go home and sharpen it and it takes 5 minutes, you just made $20 in 5 minutes. And I got to ask you, wouldn't you work 5 minutes for $20? I will. So here's how we sharpen it. We make a pivot out of my thumbs, put the right thumb under the left thumb, come down in here, slide it sideways. When it follows the contour of the grind, it fits perfectly. If you poke at that with a file or a rat tail file or something like that, a diamond impregnated file, none of them fit, so you're going to distort the holes. You're going to go down into the bottom and make it deeper, or you're going to wear the points off if they're too big in diameter. Then we just go along like this. We don't push too hard. We let it work. We don't make it work. So why do we do this? This is the easiest way to make sure that the little points are sharp. When I'm, excuse me, when I'm doing this, it does make them sharp, but the real point, right out at the point, is what we do here. Then we got a regular knife out here, that little short blade, it's about 3/8 of an inch long. We just set it down, and we brush like this, from here to there, from here to there. I'm putting a little more pressure on it because in the very beginning you need to put just a little more pressure on it to get the work done a little quicker. Just go back and forth like this, don't push too hard, flat on the back because it's flat on the back. Right on down through there. And let's see, that bites. Let's see what we got here. That's not bad for as bumpy as the blade is. That's how you sharpen those. This particular knife right here would be more like a steak knife. It's got smaller holes. And quite honestly, it's still easy to go right down through there like this. It'll probably take about 2.5 minutes to get all the way down through there. We'll pick it up like this and let you see. And you move right on out to the next one. Taking, I don't know, maybe 40 seconds on each one of the serrated little round holes. Move right on out like that. You're still going to do the points by brushing along. Just let it bump along like that, about 3 ounces of pressure. Not too fast, not too much pressure. We have a regular blade here, about 1.25 inches of regular blade. Then you got a little regular blade, and you've got the serrated edge blades here. So just take it like this. The knife basically sets on my fingers. All right, why do I care? If I'm out here like this or way up here, that would be kind of wrong, so we just let it set there like that. Slide it from the handle towards the tip using just the corner. There's a corner right there. Turn it over, there's another corner. I'll hold still. You can see it's just 90-degree corners. 90-degree corners made out of tungsten carbide, the hardest metal on earth. If you have very sharp corners similar to broken glass and you have a metal that's 20 times harder than this blade, this is going to win, that's going to lose. It's that simple. We'll come right back down here again. We'll work on the little blade right there. Don't push too hard, 3 to 4 ounces of pressure, just like that. Pick it up, set it down, pick it up, set it down, pick it up, set it down. Then just brush along on the little points, and then flat on this side, go right on out there. Touch light, back and forth like this, and you're done. What if you could buy a whole butcher block full of knives that somebody got rid of because over the last 4 years, 5 years, they used them, they got dull, and nobody would sharpen them? And I'll tell you what, for as bumpy and as thick as that paper is, it's not doing too bad. Sharpen your knives, don't throw them away. SharpensBEST.com, YouTube videos, SharpensBEST.com. That's where you go to learn how to sharpen knives and what to use and some of the procedures on sharpening. I'm Brad Buckner, SharpensBEST.com. Take care, have a good day.